Hello YouTube, I'm on here. I wanted to show you guys a quick dish that I'm going to be making for dinner. It's going to be cheddar broccoli chicken and rice casserole. So first off, let me show you the ingredients. We have a half a purple red onion, chicken cubed up, broccoli, cheese. We've got some Velveeta cheese, a can of evaporated milk, and some just steamed white rice already prepped and ready to go for this. Also, I seasoned my chicken with garlic powder, black pepper, onion powder. This right here is pasilla chili, salt, and of course some sazon. The pasilla chili that I'm using is this one. I don't know if it's found anywhere else. I know that you find it at Food City, which the only other state that has Food City is in Texas, actually in El Paso, Texas. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, so that's why I use it here. Okay, so the oil's already hot. I'm using extra virgin olive oil. We're going to go ahead and get this onion in here and get this onion going. Trying to make sure I get all of it out. Kind of doing its own thing right now. And if you hear any noises in the background, those are my kids. I'm a mom of 4, and so it can get a little crazy sometimes. So if you hear anything in the background, it's just them. They're home summer vacation. So we're gonna brown the onions. We're gonna let this go, and I'm actually gonna turn the heat down. I'm used to cooking on pretty much high all the time, but it's actually on between medium and the number 6. So we're gonna just keep on keeping this going, and then once it gets a little bit more opaque, we're going to go ahead and throw in the chicken. This is a simple dish, really good. I've made it a few times, and since it's something that combines what everybody likes, because who doesn't like chicken, cheese, and broccoli, you know. Now, in regards to the rice, if you're on a low-carb diet, you can omit the rice, or you can use a brown rice. I don't know what the substitution would be. If it's a keto diet, I would say that you would just leave the rice out completely. So there's that with the substitution. I'm sorry that I don't have something that I could tell you guaranteed, you know, how to substitute it, but that's what I have for you. So now the onion is almost all the way opaque, so we're gonna go ahead and drop in our chicken, and I already pre-seasoned it just so that it's on the chicken. I don't like when I'm cooking and the seasoning is getting everywhere else but on the meat. I like my meat to have that flavor and that seasoning, so that's why I seasoned up my chicken the way I did prior to getting it in the pan. So in regards to seasoning, I want you guys to understand, you guys season how you like your meat, how you like your meals. Don't just go directly off of what somebody else is doing, just because you might not like what seasoning they're using, or you might not, you know, you might not want it to be too spicy or that much salt or any pepper. You know, everybody's taste buds and palate are different. So that's why I season the way I do, just because I know what my family likes. Plus, I also have a fiance who is on a, I don't want to say a diet, but he eats really healthy. Everything's pretty much organic. So I try to find ways to accommodate him in our meals, just because we do eat different, and sometimes I have to make something that's a little bit different just so he can join us in our meals. So whenever I'm coming up with anything, it's also with him in mind or anybody else in mind that might not be able to eat exactly, you know, what I'm eating or what I've made for my family. So anytime you see something, or if you decide, hey, I want to see you make this, just let me know. This channel is mainly for sweets, but on Sundays I'm going to try and make it to where I'm showing you guys a dinner dish and a dessert, or multiple desserts, which after I'm done recording this, I will be coming back on and I will be showing you guys 2 different pies that are made with a gluten-free crust. I'm going to be doing a coconut meringue pie with a gluten-free crust, and I'm going to be doing a peaches and cream pie with homemade pudding as one of the bases, to be, you know, to show you guys how I'm doing that. So once I'm done with this and I get everything cleaned up from this dish, then I will show you guys what's going on with that. So we're going to keep cooking the chicken, stirring it around. Make sure everything is browning. Please go away. Go away. My kids are trying to come out, and right now the baby is asleep, and I'm trying to let him get his nap, as this is his first nap of the day. So the chicken's cooking. And the onions are still turning opaque. And I know you're probably like, what is this woman doing? Her camera's all over the place. I'm using my phone, so I'm sorry that it's not the greatest. Plus, I have this light on over here on the stove. Let me actually turn it off and see if you can see it a little better. Is that better? With the light, that it looks better. I might have to turn it back on in a little bit. So the chicken is browning nicely. It's nicely seasoned. Actually, I think it was better with the light on. So we're going to turn the light back on. You can't tell, but there's like a yellowish hue on the chicken, and that's just the sazon seasoning. Anytime you cook with sazon, it turns your, whatever it is that you just put it in, like a yellowish type color, but it's actually a really good seasoning. So we're just gonna let this sit a minute, and then after a while we're gonna get our cheese sauce going with this. So like I said, 1 can of evaporated milk. I've got 3 cubes of Velveeta cheese. I've got regular shredded cheese and broccoli that's going to be going into this. So we're going to let this chicken cook just a little bit more, and then I'm going to stop for a moment to open the can of evaporated milk. And I'm making a mess. So we're going to try not to make a huge mess. The whole purpose of me prepping everything was just to make the meal cook time go just a little bit smoother and a little bit faster. So now we are going to, I'm going to open up this can of evaporated milk. And all I'm going to do is actually put you guys down for a moment. Okay, sorry everybody, had to put you down. Okay, so the milk is going to go in. It's evaporated milk, 1 can, just 1 can. And we're going to actually stir this around real quick. You see that the milk is a little bit yellow. Okay, now we're going to start adding in the Velveeta cheese, and I'm actually going to turn this down to medium. Oh, you guys are seeing my table. I've been cleaning house. It's been a little bit crazy with the kids home, So my table is messy right now because everybody's been kind of hanging out at the table today and kind of leaving their stuff. And I'm just making a big old mess. Alright, so there's one. Let's get the other one in. It's like the hardest thing when everybody's home and they're like, oh, we want to be at the table. And you're trying to get them to kind of pick up their mess. Plus, when I come home from work, I kind of just put stuff down. And it gets left on the table, so I'm a work in progress right now with getting that all cleaned up before dinner. And I know you guys are going to be like, dinner this early? It's only going to be 1 o'clock. Well, I work tomorrow, and I usually get up about 4:30 in the morning. I work for the state, and so yeah. And here comes, where's your cup?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Didn't you just get a cup a while ago?
No. Yeah, but I guess somebody washed it.
Oh, that was me.
Oh. What is your channel name?
I'm busy right now. Don't ask questions.
Okay. What are you making?
Jaden, I'm making dinner. Jaden.
I subscribe to you.
Jaden. Shh.
Oh.
Can you please not stand there like that on the fridge? You're going to break the handle. Stop. That's rude. If you were recording, would you want somebody to do it to you? Then don't do it to me. That's rude. We don't do that kind of stuff.
Are you putting that on YouTube?
I just said I'm recording it right now, right?
Yeah.
So what is the obvious answer?
Yes, you're making a channel. I'm gonna be the first one to subscribe. This is your first ever video?
Jaden, please. I'm doing something right now. It's hard to do what I'm doing and then have you guys answering questions. You're going to have to be patient, and you can wait till I'm done and ask questions after. Because it's rude when you're trying to show people something, even on a camera, and then trying to focus on another person that's in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
So the Velveeta cheese is almost melted, and we're going to get ready to add in about half of the shredded cheese. And then once I do that, I will be adding in the broccoli and letting that cook. Letting that cook up just until it's tender. This cheese is sticking to everything.
I screamed and I knocked it down.
You screamed.
I knocked it down.
How did you scream?
Okay, so here's the shredded cheese, and I just left that there, but I'm going to be sprinkling the remainder of the cheese right on top of the casserole before I put it in the oven. So you see it's nice and thick. We're about to add in the broccoli. So this is the chicken cheddar part. You ever got picky eaters and you're trying to get them to try something new? Then this is a good dish just for that, because I have one child that will not eat vegetables, so we're still working on her learning to eat vegetables, and she gets a little upset because she doesn't want to try new things. So, but I know she likes to eat broccoli. So here we go. We're going to stir the broccoli in. We're going to fold it in, get it all nice and covered in, coated in the cheese. So for those of you guys that are trying to find ways to get your kiddos to eat new things, you're not sure what to do, a lot of the times if you just coat it in cheese, coat it in ranch, or whatever dipping sauce they like, and they might be able to eat it. Now, if it's ketchup or mayonnaise, that's, you know, it's not a good option. But hey, all right. So we're gonna let this come together a little bit. The broccoli start cooking up, and yeah. So Sundays, like I said, will be a dinner and a dessert, Lord willing. But any other day of the week, if I do film, it'll be just a dessert. It will not be dinner too. So we're gonna let this cook, and I'm actually gonna add in just a little bit more liquid. Please go away. Let me just let me do what I'm doing. I will tell them that at the end of the video. Okay, so here's that. It's actually cooking just fine, so I'm gonna just let it be. When I put the rice in, then I'll decide if I need to add in any more liquids. So I'm gonna move the cheese.
Watch, you want to be the next cooking pan?
And we're just gonna put in some of the rice. We're not gonna put in a bunch because you don't want to overwhelm it with the rice. So we're gonna put in about half of that pan of rice. We're just gonna fold it all in. And it's all in one pan. This isn't something that you have to make a casserole. You don't have to put this in the oven with extra cheese. You can make it just like this. You have a simple one-pot dinner. I've never made this in a crock pot before. You can attempt it. It can be attempted. If you try it in a crock pot, let me know how it goes. Just because you would still have to wait to add in the rice and the broccoli so it's not overcooked. And as you can see, my 11-year-old that's here in the kitchen with me, excited because I won't let the kids have a YouTube channel, but they're, you know.
What's up?
Guys, the baby's sleeping. And we're actually gonna, okay, so my stove is still on. I'm turning it off because this is done cooking. It's done cooking. So we're gonna just slowly keep adding in the rice. As you can see, you guys are seeing all the craziness that goes on in my home. As you can tell, like I said, I've got 4 kids. Right now, 3 of them are quiet. 1 of them is asleep. The 2 girls are in the room. Jaden, be quiet. It's not that kind of a channel. My oldest thinks that everybody needs to buy stuff. So I'm sorry in advance, but this is not a channel for buying stuff. But that's just him. Okay. So we are going to, I think this is the last of the rice that I'm going to add in because it's pretty much all mixed in. This is how it's going to look when you put it in the oven. Like I said, you're just going to sprinkle the last of that cheese on top. Bake it in the oven at 350 degrees. And you have a nice broccoli cheddar chicken and rice casserole. And I'm hoping you guys don't see my mess behind me because I've been cleaning today. This is all for this video. I will see you guys later. I'm actually going to come back and show you guys 2 pies that I'm going to make. So that'll be in a little while. Dinner's pretty much early, so I will talk to you guys all later. Thank you.